Hey guys, this is Danny Boy. We're continuing on to the second part of our mission on the Citadel, facing Cerberus. I'm using the Revenant light machine gun, and we are being introduced to the Phantom for the first time, at least my first time in the game. And this is my first time ever. I never have encountered these before in the multiplayer either. I haven't played the multiplayer very much, so wasn't really sure what to do. I just knew that they use swords, and I knew that they close, or I assumed that they close. As you can see, they just destroy your party members. They attack them, they have biotic barriers, they attack your party members and you in melee, and then when they're near death or their barriers get taken down, they tend to go invisible and try to run away, and then regenerate biotic barriers. They are definitely quite the pain when you do not have room to maneuver. I actually got fairly lucky that she closed in on my left because I was able to just go full auto on her and destroy her. That could have gone much worse. In very confined spaces, it's much more difficult to survive against them. And they generally do not go down that quickly. Their barriers are very strong. They're also very evasive and elusive targets. They tend to roll around and jump and dodge attacks very frequently. So you definitely need to give them room. You need to stay away from them and don't close on them recklessly because they do a lot of damage. It's equivalent to closing in on a charging Krogan, something you generally do not want to do unless it is an absolute last resort. But here, I wasn't really sure what to do. I'm still not really sure what's the best strategy for this location. You can't attack them from a high ground. There's just this kill zone that you have to work with. There's no way on my left to go up the stairs and to maneuver over top of them. So, and as you can see, we're also now facing Nemesis snipers, and a single shot from a Nemesis sniper will take down your shields. 2 shots will kill you, generally speaking, at full shields and full health. So they are definitely a force to be respected. I am now just finally committing to close past here and try to take down this Nemesis sniper. But as you can see, the Revenant is not destroying her. Even at point-blank range, going full auto with the Revenant seems to be a bad idea. It is extremely inaccurate, it has an intense amount of recoil, and it's very difficult to aim. But I'm doing my best to survive over here, but now I see that this is probably a bad idea to be over here, so I get out of there, I bail. But I move my party members over here as I do that to cover me, and I should have moved them back here. They're both going to die very quickly. They are being sniped by the Nemesis snipers and being taken out. So now I'm not sure what to do. It's far too dangerous to close past this gap, clearly. I'm not sure if they can close to me over this gap. And just exposing myself is really dangerous. The Phantoms also have pistols that do quite a bit of damage. And then there's the Nemesis snipers watching over me, so I'm essentially just spitting out a drone, spitting out sentries to try to distract them, and then hoping that will lure them out of cover so that I can shoot them. But this is not an easy task. This guy just came, but I'm having quite the difficulty aiming for him. Again, full auto probably isn't a good idea. I'm not really realizing this yet, as I'm now just trying out the weapon, and I haven't used the weapon in quite a while, so I really wasn't aware of how inaccurate it is even at short ranges. I remembered it being more accurate at these ranges than it actually is. Granted, that was also using armor-piercing ammo back in the day, so it wasn't that it was more accurate, but the shots did more damage, so it required less shots to kill people, so I didn't have to hold the bullet hose on them quite as long. But as you can see, this is not working very well. I'm running low on ammo at this point, and my only reserve weapon is the crappy Tempest. So I do have some Metagel left, but I'm hesitant to waste it, as I know how dangerous this situation actually is. And these Nemesis snipers just refuse to come out of cover. The Phantom now is charging me, but as you can see, I'm having a lot of trouble taking down their biotic barrier and just getting shots, even in short bursts and controlled fire. And now she's closing on me. Her pistol took down my shields, I was hit by something, and I think I was dead before her melee swing even hit me. So that did not go well. And this time, I spawned in just, it seems like an entirely different area. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what happened. I either spawned past the pit that I was behind, or a door closed behind me or something, so I just thought, well, this is dangerous. I see snipers, I see Phantoms charging me, so why not just run to the complete opposite side of the map? That might go well. Which, to you, might seem totally suicidal, and it can be. But sometimes you just get lucky, so take out one assault trooper, take out a nemesis sniper, get shot in the back by either the Phantom's pistol or another nemesis sniper, near death at this point, very afraid that I'm going to be flanked on my left and behind me, but they don't really come, and I don't think they can come in retrospect. This area is actually totally sealed. So if you can get back here, it actually gives you a nice kill zone. If you can get back here by yourself with your party members on the other side and flank them, they cannot flank you on the left. That's a closed-off area. That's actually where you want to progress, I believe, if I remember correctly. So it actually works quite well. If you're an infiltrator, if you're a... well, anybody, really. I mean, if I could do it on an engineer, I would think any class can do it. So as long as you just try to give yourself some breathing room and make sure the enemy is distracted, you should do fine. But yes, there's a nemesis sniper on my right. Pew, there goes my shield. And a Phantom on my left, but I cannot attack the Phantom when my shield is down. I will get one shot by a nemesis sniper when my shield is down. So I need to be cautious, even though I really wanted to kill that Phantom because their barrier was about down, and they were at red bar. So now I'm luring the nemesis sniper. As you just saw, I peeked out, they wasted their shot, and now they're not in line of sight to actually attack me. So now I'm trying to coax the Phantom out of cover and attack them. I should have been using concussive shot from Garrus right now, but I either didn't think of it or I was hitting the wrong bind. I'm still getting used to my keybinds. It is going to take a while. Especially when it's my first fights of the day. This was my first mission of the day, so I'm a little rusty from yesterday. I would like to charge the nemesis sniper, but it's just so dangerous. And I think that Phantom's still about. Yep, and there she is. There she goes. Now, I just killed her when she had partial barrier left, so I'm thinking either you can damage them a bit through their barriers, or perhaps... oh, you know what? No, that's not what it is. I have a piercing mod on my assault rifle, which ignores, I think, 25% of defense. So there you go. Interesting. Yeah, I didn't realize that piercing mods just ignore defense. I thought maybe they just do 25% more damage to defenses. So apparently piercing mods just completely ignore a percentage of enemy defenses and let you go straight for the red bars. That's interesting. I'll have to keep that in mind. That makes that... I'm not sure if that's more or less useful. I mean, I did just manage to finish off that Phantom when they had nearly half the biotic barrier left, so that is pretty interesting. Alright, anyway, we're just going to do a quick little trek through these tunnels, these grates, whatever, passages. A little bit of spelunking. Urban spelunking. And we will be approaching a boss fight. And an interesting sequence near the very end. Again, this planet, the Citadel, this fight was all very interesting, and it was cool because I really wasn't given any notification that coming here would be a battle. I had several reasons to come here, but none really told me that there would be a Cerberus invasion, so this was cool. So another instance where we're stuck in a box, and I hunker down here. I see an Atlas mech, I don't see a lot of cover out there, and I know there's more enemies out there. So I want to just stay here, but rockets hurt, unfortunately. And I'm trying to get my teammates to come in here. I will be dedicating some time to that in a second, but it proved a little difficult. Freaking rockets. Right here. But they're not really cooperating. As you can see, James is... there we go. Move where you need to go. So I'm not sure what else is out there. I don't know if there are Nemesis snipers or what. All I know is there's a big-ass Atlas mech in front of me. And I don't usually like to be this close to Atlas mechs. This is rather dangerous. So right now, I'm trying to just kite him around the structure without being shot. I do not want to just take... see right where I am right now? I do not want to take cover there because he uses melee there. You're too close. I think he can hit you there when he's that close. So you want to just... if you're going to use this box as your defensive structure, you want to just sort of move between the windows and the doors and just lure him side to side and hit him. And I'm using the Revenant, and it's really not the best weapon to be dealing with this. The Grawl Spike Thrower, the GST, would be far better once he's reached armor. The Revenant's good for taking care of his shields, but it's not as effective at taking care of his armor. At least without armor-piercing ammo. So there goes Garrus, and I have no Metagel, so I'm not able to resurrect them, which sucked and really concerned me. I do not want to be his only target at any given time. One limitation of the Revenant is, as you can see, it reloads quite slowly for an assault rifle. Something that I thought I should just quickly mention. And I tried to move James into the box, into the bunker, but it did not work out. He was caught in the open and quickly destroyed. So things are going fairly well. We're at full shields. We're not at 1 tick of health, which usually occurs when I'm facing these Atlas mechs. But we're out of ammo for the Revenant, and yet again, my loadout bites me in the ass. I'm stuck with the Tempest. I'm stuck with the Tempest to take out an Atlas mech. Why? Why me? Why does this always happen? This fight is being made artificially difficult just by my poor loadout yet again. What usually tends to happen because I like to experiment. And now, I believe I've been shot from the left, and I'm thinking that in actual game as well, and now I'm worried. I really cannot afford to have to deal with more enemies. I certainly can't go out there to attack them. I certainly can't take cover to avoid them, so now I'm really trying to play defensively and just stay within this box, but I do still need to lure him to the left. So I'm very worried at this point. I have no Metagel to heal myself. My party members are dead. I can't waste a drone distracting them. I really need the drone and the turret to be focusing on the Atlas mech. So what to do, what to do. I really just get lucky. Those assault troopers stay back and aren't really a threat. And I don't know if they are scripted, if they just come in when the assault mechs, the Atlas mechs, shield is taken down, or what. But they never really closed, and I believe there was only 2 of them. So it could have gone worse, certainly. And we're so close to taking him down. So close, but not quite. And these troopers are starting to get a little too close for comfort. As you see, my shield just went down. Now I'm worried. I need to wait for that to come back up. I can't afford to take a rocket in the face with a shield, with my shield taken down, so I'm just stalling. And unfortunately now his shield is regenerating, and now I have to deal with that. And this makes the fight take longer than I would have liked. Getting worried at this point. Afraid of screwing up, but fortunately we take him down. I hide behind the wall because he does do a lot of damage when he explodes on top of you. And now we're left with just 2 assault troopers to deal with, which should not be a problem. There goes one. The other one is far away. I'm waiting for him to move up his position, trying to coax him out of cover using the drone and the sentry. But I really can't get... Oh, there's actually 2 more guys. Can't get a shot on him. We're pretty close. Yep, there he goes. And this other guy moved to the right. In a moment, I will just leave cover and res my party member since I'm given the opportunity. I'm almost out of ammo from my Tempest. Not that I need any weapon to take out a regular Cerberus assault trooper. I could take him out with powers easily, so here we go. Res my party members. And as I was doing that, my drone finished him off anyway. So now we have the last sequence in the mission, and it's a fun one, it's an interesting one. I will die once, and then I will succeed. This will be one of my only deaths of the entire mission, for that matter. I think I died twice through the entire sequence. We're on an elevator. We are trying to prevent this elevator from progressing. So we are taking out these power nodes, these power conduits. So there goes that elevator. This fight benefits from prior knowledge. I die once because I didn't know it was coming, and then I don't die again because then I did know it was coming. It's also dark, which doesn't help. So they're shooting at something. A Phantom. Oh no. Phantom in very close quarters with no place to maneuver. I'm just trying to go full auto on him, use a melee attack, but I'm taken down in just a moment. Stabbed through the chest. Ack. Most unfortunate. But I won't be making that mistake again. I did notice before I died that there were power conduits on the left elevator as well, so I assume, and assumed at the time, that shooting those will remove the elevator, and hopefully if you do it fast enough, you won't have to deal with the Phantom at all. Which is what I would prefer to do, as I, again, have no room to maneuver whatsoever. So take out this elevator again. some burst this time. And now I just play the waiting game. I tried to get out a preemptive drone, but it just spawned him in the abyss, though it didn't work out. And here we go. 1 conduit, 2 conduits, take it out before the Phantom even jumps over. I suggest that is the by far best strategy for dealing with this area. Take out the conduits before the enemies get a chance to attack you. Much easier than actually dealing with the opponents, unless you have... I have no idea how effective shotguns are at Phantoms. I imagine they're probably better than the Revenant, but I don't know. So, Phantoms might be much easier to deal with than I realize. I couldn't tell you, I'm sure I'll find out eventually. Alright guys, but this video is coming to a close, so thanks for watching. Please sub, comment, and like if you would. It makes me happy. And have a good one.